Okay. Hi everyone and assalamu alaikum to my viewers, and I hope you are doing well. So my name is Meiraj Atif and I am a student at Rehan School Islamabad campus. Today it's a great honor and privilege to interview an internationally respected academic scientist and educator, humanitarian and global leader. It's Jelena, and we welcome our interview. So, hi ma'am, how are you?
Fine, fine. Hello to
Oh,
everyone. Assalamu alaikum. Respected maritime migration wala, ladies and gentlemen, scientists, university professors, business people, guests, students, I warmly welcome you and I very much appreciate the invitation that you invited me for an professional interview. Education as freedom aims to complement current university of ranging to foster educational ideals. Service learning activities are a key part of the program. Students are encouraged to take the courses only if they are interested in understanding how their lives, including their own inner lives, shape the world in which they live. Please question.
okay, ma'am. Thanks for your introduction, and I really appreciate you. Okay, my first question is, what inspired you to pursue a career in education and scientific research?
Thank you for question. Through the analysis of my scientific work, I will give a brief opus, my patient specifically for selection for resistance to the leaf weed pathogen. Genetic and breeding scientific approach is complex and units different scientific field and require permanent learning and adoption of new technology and knowledge. Analyzing the overall scientific research and education activity and achieve results that were evaluated by eminent scientists, university professors, academics through the writing of report for the selection selection of full professor or several university and academic that I made in an exponential contribution to the development of science in the field of genetics and plant breeding, especially selection, weed resistance, leaf rust, Puccinia, recondita, pathogen cosmopolite. The top scientific results that I achieved are completely comparative with the results the most productive and the creative European and world researcher and represent a high contribution in the promotion of science in agriculture, in particular, knowledgeable and methodological I pace in the last scientific achievement from the contemporary science that I am involved in too numerous generation of students in my scientific research work. I also show great and extensive activity, which is best illustrated by published textbooks, monograph, scientific books, scientific paper, numerous participation in national and international conference. As a notable and productive scientist with a high competence index, I was often invited to participate in the work of large number of international and national scientific meetings, and very often not only as referee, but also as a member of the organizational and program committee of this meeting, presiding over the section, which is undoubtedly contribute to my reputation and the eruption on the both science and the university in the domain of genetics of resistance and breeding for pathogens. I am constantly improving my work and acknowledge through scientific correspondence that was achieved through international project, exchange of opinion, and consideration of new scientific directions. In addition to this, during a large number of studies stay in the world and through continuous international cooperation with eminent researcher, continuous international scientific institution in the world. I acquire knowledge that enable him to gain a reputation in the country and abroad as representative of the former country Yugoslavia and the Republic of Serbia. I participate in numerous scientific meetings in the field of genetics, plant breeding according to pathogen in European country, Russia, USA, China, Morocco, etc. According to my rich scientific work, I made a visible contribution in several scientific areas in the field of genetics, genetics of pathogen host interaction, plant breeding, especially with biotechnology, sustainable agriculture, organic agriculture, creating an education profile in sustainable and organic agriculture, the position of agriculture in process globalization and European integration. In my work, I qualified not only for the level of full professor, head of department, vice dean, but also dean, the faculty, advisor to rector, and emphasize that I was not a point, but my fellow full professor and academics propose me first among equal. Therefore, my election of the position of full professor and academician 5 times represent only the confirmation of already achieved pedagogical, teaching, and scientific research results. Such a conclusion is based on data and information about the assessment of my work in the teaching process through independent student survivor scientific research and thinker commitment that it is the function of serving and protecting the public interest. Demonstrate exponential cooperation in team scientific research work with scientific of various speciality with the aim of more visible inter, multi, and transdisciplinary, specifically 21st century approach for the best possible comprehensive solution and understanding of scientific approach and phenomena. Interesting current research focus: interdisciplinary, multidisciplinary, transdisciplinary. Research is moving away from isolated discipline, forming collaborative transformation of higher education for science. Social impact, problem-oriented research, stakeholder engagement, structural changes, evolution development, improving communication, new model of collaboration is very, very interesting, especially trend encourage new model of productive interactions, where research and external partner co-create knowledge and finance solutions and social challenges. I should point out a very great commitment to the educational process and its progress, and especially its active work with much student with all level, basic, master and PhD, which gains exponential mutual trust in mutual interactive cooperation and in the creation of scientific and teaching youth in the university. I represent a scientist and university professor with a broad scientific culture, including knowledge of various fields, starting from natural, biotechnological, and social science, especially philosophy, psychology. I have leadership skills in the indispensable scientific authority, pedagogical ability, and pronounced influence in the environment. Science is impressive due to ability to revive university secret development, groundbreaking technologies, and improve lives. It's the process of iconic discovery, especially today, molecular marker, genetics engineering, crypto technology, application of model algorithm, application artificial intelligence in use. My successor in Serbia is a very interesting science in education process in university. Please question.
Okay, that's truly inspiring. Education really is one of the greatest investment we can make. So this was great answer. So my next question is you have received more than 500 international award and recognition. Which achievement means the most to you?
My field of research is primarily genetics and plant breeding. I face challenges including handing hawk that sets the so-called tsunami of data today, ensures the quality, quantity, and diversity of biological samples. Addressing complex genetics, trait, navigating ethical and social issues such as privacy and consent in improving complex data and overcoming technological limitation and the need for efficient data sharing. Solutions include development, advising competent component tool, but data analysis, creating standardization method for sample collection and preservation, promoting diverse study. Key challenge in genetic research. Big data is a very interesting today in laboratory genetics. Data analysis and interpretation, genetics and other science. Approach addressing this challenge, advanced computer tool, promoting diversity, increasing the diversity of pathogen population, plant, animal, and human, a study essential to ensure that genetic findings are applied to different ethic and rational group and realistic bias. Ethical framework is important, establishing clear regulation, robust ethical guidelines, and informed constant protocol help address concern. Multi transdisciplinary, improving data, infrastructure, investing in integral data sharing platform and collaborative research environment encourages the exchange of data, research finding, accelerating discovery. Please, fourth question. Fourth question, please.
Okay, okay. Okay, my next question is, what has been the most memorable moment of your career?
Please question.
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
What advice would you give student
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
starting academic journey career? Please question. Please question. No, listen. Not good.
Yes. My question is, what has been the most memorable moment of your career?
My career. Oh, my career is very, 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 very interesting. My education began in my family, where it was constantly emphasized how important it was to be a learned person. When I dedicated to study natural science in high school, it was accepted that I would study natural science because they are the basic of all other science. I first chose chemistry to study, through which I gained two wide field of interest, especially in biochemistry, which is in the basis of life's psychological process. My professor were parts of science and mostly, and doctorate from famous European university, and they paid the educational much work with student. I was demonstrator, learning a lot about what professionalism means in higher education. After completing the chemistry department, I immediately enrolled in biology. Biology is closely related, uh, related to other science, chemistry, physics, geography, today mathematics as a basic science is extremely important for medicine, pharmacy, dentistry, veterinary medicine, and agriculture, especially today biotechnology. Through my study in biology, I learned how to define life and where is it possible to explain it with my current knowledge. We still do not know the origin of life, but we play with life in different ways. Characteristic of lives are organization, flow, energy and matter, reproduction, growth, and development response of the individual adaptation are very interesting in the science because it study a form of life on planet. My interest in genetics came from my scientific mother, Professor Dr. Katarina Borovic, full professor of genetics of the Department of Biology at University Nature Science, Novi Sad, Republic of Serbia. During my master degree, a plant genetic and breeding study, my doctoral dissertation, genetics and plant breeding, my inspiration, global food security, environmental sustainability, a position for nature and rural life, the diverse career opportunity, in the entrepreneurial spirit and innovation is understanding life's code, personal communication. Personal communication, interesting genes, how influence inheritance, impact health, personal connection, agriculture advancement, solving mystery, career opportunity, making a difference, facing discovery, especially today, use CRISPR technology to modify genes and the ability to predict appearance trait from DNA, continuous learning. Genetics is a dynamic field with constant achievement offering ongoing opportunity for learning and growth. Is very interesting science of our life. Please question.
Okay, miss, can you give a last advice to my audience?
My audience, particularly milestone. My life is connected to science and education. It's important to highlight my leadership achievement that includes successful leading to team to overcome challenge. Is very interesting audience, especially young scientists and young university professors. I use two STAR methods: situation, task, action, results, to achievement. Situation, very interesting. Describe challenges, context. Results, application example. Outside my academician and scientific work is very interesting. Much scientific work and university professors and PhD student. Opportunity learning, personal growth through student mentoring. This experience may include personal development and apply my passion to my career. Example of my non-academic inactivity: part-time work, personal development, career exploration is interbuild connection with professional and peers, and you field our, our achievement, create a well-round profile that include diverse experience and accomplishment. Please question.
Yes, my last question is, ma'am, can you please give a advice?
Uh, Please question number.
Uh, yes, miss. My question, last question is that can you please give me a advice to my audience?
Yes, question. Okay. I'm approved in my leadership philosophy audience. The return of Stoicism to contemporary leadership in higher education in very interesting audience. Leadership in very interesting. Leadership business, leadership education, leadership of life, our life. Stoicism made himself a guide for modern leaders. Stoicism is philosophy that teach, use how to remain calm in difficult situation, development inner realize, and make decisions based on reason rather than fitting emotions. This philosophical school, development by ancient Greek and Romanian philosophers such uh, Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius. I I love philosophy. Socrates. Socrates is very interesting. Leadership Stoicism is based. four basic principles: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Is example leader facing financial crisis can apply stoicism by focusing and recover a strategy their compatibility rather than worrying about factor they cannot change is very interesting. How philosophy helps science audience, especially young people, conceptual clarification, critique of assumption, theory formulation, ethical and social context, thinking outside the box, understanding the scientific mind, foundation, scientific discipline, the study of sentience, perception, intelligence, and memory, core to psychological science, provide fundamental understanding relevant to many scientific inquire into the mind and behavior, inter-multi-transdisciplinary. How literature helps science, understanding of human experience, narrative analysis, fostering creativity and empathy, in joining with diverse narratives through literature can foster empathy and creativity skills that are valuable for scientists seeking to understand complex systems and human phenomena. In a sense, a multi-faith understanding of literature, philosophy, and psychology, sociology, allow for a more holistic and integrated approach to scientific inquiry, moving behind isolate methods to embrace conceptual depth and human relevance. Period. In future, much work, change, knowledge, much work. Thank you very much for invitation. Very interesting question for me interview. Thank you very much. Thank you. Nice to meet you, my young people, my young colleague. Thank you.
Okay, Miss. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Goodbye. The best regards, Jelena. The best regards.